Only if you do these four things. Hi, my name is Uchudona Ikechukwu Franklin. I coach, I mentor, and then I support small business owners build a profitable business from the comfort of their homes. Please, as soon as you're jumping into the broadcast, let me know where you're watching from, what state, what city. And if you're watching from outside of Nigeria, please let me know in the comment section. And as soon as you're getting value from this broadcast, please smash those love reactions, And if you know anyone that this broadcast will be of immense benefit to, please hit the share button. Sharing, they say, is caring. Only if you do these four things in this new month, even as we commence the second half of 2023. That was 2 Sundays ago. I was invited by the lead pastor of the All Nation Assemblies of God's Church. And I'm talking about Pastor Benjamin Obihi. And the goal was for me to come share some insight on my entrepreneurial journey. And it was, my goodness, mind-blowing. It was mind-shifting. So when I was running off my section, I shared with them 4 lessons that will make the most of their life or whatever career entrepreneurial goal that they have. And I took my test from the Bible as a person of faith. And the very first thing I left them with, leveraging a key scripture. And I'm talking about Philippians 3 verse 8. Please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment section. Paul, writing to the church in Philippi, reminded them that I counted all things but loss for the excellent knowledge of Jesus Christ, my Lord. I counted all things but dung, that I may win Christ. If you truly want to make this year, or rather this month and the beginning of the second half of this year to be epic for you, look out for something that you've been meaning to be better on. It could be your communication skill. It could be around marketing. It could be around sales. It could be around human buying psychology. It could be around maybe closing. Look out for one thing, just like Paul writing to them. He said, I counted all things but dung, all things but loss, that I may win Christ. What is that one thing you want to win, or you've been meaning to perfect, so to say? Maybe your communication skill, maybe marketing, maybe sales. I'm repeating myself, just to beat this drum. What is that one thing? This month, this second half of the beginning of the second half of this year, make a commitment, zero in. Philippians 3 verse 8. And then the second thing I left them as I was running off is found in 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. Paul writing to Timothy reminded him that God has not given you the spirit of fear, the spirit of timidity. Another Bible translation puts it, the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. Please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment section. If you must win this new month, even as we commence the second half of 2023, you must begin to deal with your fears, your feelings of unworthiness, your low self-esteem, your confidence issues. Begin to deal with it. These are demons that are stopping you from getting into your next level. He reminded him, God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. It was American essayist Ralph Emerson Waldo who said that you should do those things you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment section. Begin to do those things you fear. Whatever you need in this life is outside of your comfort zone. Reading another book is within your comfort zone. Attending another Zoom seminar is within your comfort zone. If you must win and then begin to experience newness, you must begin to confront your fears. And then the third scripture and then lesson that I left with them as I was running off is found in 2 Timothy chapter number 2 verse 15. Please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment section. Paul reminded Timothy that you should study to show yourself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. If you don't study, if you are somebody that is not given to personal development, You'll be timid, you'll be ashamed. Please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment section. If you are somebody that is not given to personal development, I believe it was American statesman Benjamin Franklin who said that an investment in self pays the best interest. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Invest in yourself. It will put you head and shoulders above those in your space. So I've talked about Philippians 3 verse 8. I've talked about 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. I've talked about 2 Timothy 2 verse 15. And then the fourth scripture and then the lesson I left them as I was running off my message is found in 2 Timothy chapter number 4 verse 13. Paul was captured and imprisoned for preaching the gospel. Then I had to remind them. Paul writing to Timothy, he said, bring the cloak that I left with Carpus in Troas when you come, and my books, especially my jottings, my parchment. Learn to convert your frustrations into fascinations. You are in business and you hear the word no. Turn that no. Turn it around. N-O is no. Turn it around. O-N is on, move on. He was in prison. He wasn't frustrated. He did not bemoan his imprisonment as a means to spreading the gospel. He saw it as an opportunity to write the message that is blessing you and I's lives on a daily basis. He wrote 2/3 of the New Testament behind bars. He understood how to turn situations around. He was in prison. He said, bring the cloak that I left with Carpus in Troas when thou comest, and my books, especially my parchment, my jottings. So whenever you find yourself in a frustration situation, so to say, learn to read meanings into it. I believe it was American motivational speaker Les Brown who said that you should stop saying that you had a bad day. Say that I had a character developing, a character building day. I decided to jump in this morning to share these thoughts with you because I get super passionate when I talk about things like this. So these are the 4 scriptures and then the lessons that I learned with them as I round off. Number 1, Philippians 3 verse 8. I counted all things but loss. I counted all things but loss for the excellent knowledge of Jesus Christ my Lord. What is that one thing you are going to zero in on in this new month, in the beginning of the second half of 2023? What is that one thing? Begin to zero in on it. Then number 2 is that God has not given you the spirit of fear. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Whatever you need is on the other side of fear. On the other side of fear, the other side of discomfort. Make this month the month that you begin to confront your fears. And then the 3rd scripture, and then the lesson that I left with them as I'm rounding off, is found in 2 Timothy chapter number 2 verse 15. Begin to study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. If you don't study, you will be ashamed. And that is why you see people, they suffer from all manner of confidence issues, low self-esteem, worthiness issues. They are not sure of themselves. Begin to study. And then the 4th scripture and then lesson is 2 Timothy 4 verse 13. Learn to convert your frustrations into fascinations. Learn to give meanings into things that will come to frustrate. You will see it again and again and again. He was behind bars, and then he saw it as an opportunity to write. To write. You can take away, you can hold my body, but you really cannot hold my mind. Bring the book that I left, or bring my cloak, or bring the cloak that I left with Carpus in Troas when that comest, and my books, especially my parchment. I believe you'll be richly blessed. Please share this broadcast if you find it helpful. And if you're here, you are looking to converting your Facebook friends into money in the bank. You have 2,000 friends, 3,000 friends, 4,000 friends, and yet you just come in here, you scroll. Let me share with you how I am turning or daily turning my friends into loads of cash in the bank. If it is something you'll be interested in, drop in the comment section. I'm interested. Or you can shoot my private message. I believe you'll be richly blessed. Let's have a powerful day.